Hi everybody, it's Grandma Schu and Grandpa Schu, my cameraman again. He's waving at you. We're so glad to be back here to read to you some more of the wonderful stories by Willems. And as you can see, it's Piggie and Elephant again. Elephant is named Gerald and he's a boy. Piggie is a girl and she's Piggy Pig. This story is, Today I Will Fly. Do either of these animals really fly? I don't think so either. Well, here they are, as they usually are, sitting back to back, all relaxed and happy. And Piggy jumps up and says, I have an announcement. Today I will fly. And Gerald says, No, you will not fly today. Gerald goes on to say, You will not fly tomorrow. You will not fly next week. Piggy looks pretty like, I'm getting upset. Gerald says, You will never fly. Will say it with me? You will never fly. Piggy's looking up at him, and Gerald's looking like, Yes, I know all about it, but you won't fly. Piggy says, Well, I will try. I love it. Piggy always wants to try. And he says, Goodbye. Gerald's rubbing his head like, I don't believe it. And Gerald yells really loud at Piggy, You will not fly. And then he looks at us and says, She will not fly. And here comes Piggy bouncing along, flying, taking her hands and acting like they're wings, and she's saying, Fly, 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 fly. But is she really flying? No. Here she comes back. Fly, fly, fly. Gerald looks at him and says, You need help, Piggy. Gerald grabs his hand, Piggy grabs his hand and says, Gerald, thank you. I do need help. Piggy says, I'll go get some help. Gerald was surprised. He thought Piggy would ask for help from him. Oh no, look what's happened. Scaring him to death. It's a big, mean dog, barking, saying, Woof, 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 to Piggy, like he's going to bite him. Then he keeps saying, Woof, woof, woof. And then Piggy is so frightened, he jumps way up in the air over Gerald's head. And he lands on top of Gerald's head. And he said, I did it! I flew! Thank you for your help, he says to the dog. So the dog was in on it. But Gerald says, You did not fly, Piggy. Piggy says, I didn't fly? No, he just jumped, didn't he? She. And Gerald says, You jumped. Piggy says, I jumped? Now he's jumping off. Well, Piggy says, it was a big jump. Yes, it was a big jump, Gerald says. I will try again, Piggy says. Gerald says, I'm going to go eat lunch. Piggy says, Goodbye. He's not giving up. Here he is trying again, waving his arms, jumping in the air. Fly, fly, fly. Oof! He falls down on his tummy and his face. But look who's coming into the picture. This is a pelican. It's a big bird that flies. The pelican is a very nice pelican, and he said, "You need help." Piggie says, "I do need help." Piggie says, "Will you help me?" "I will. I will help you," says the pelican. Piggie is always grateful, and he says, "Thank you." Gerald comes along and he sees Piggie up in the air. And he says, "Hello?" Now I'll tell you that Gerald does not see the string around Piggie's waist. He thinks he's flying. Piggie says, "Hello." Gerald says, You are flying. You are flying today." Who still doesn't see the string. Gerald's jumping up and down. "My friend can fly! My friend can fly!" But Piggie wants to be truthful, so he says, "I'm not flying." Gerald says, "You are not flying?" Piggie says, "I am getting help." And he can see the pelican up there is holding him with a string to keep him from falling. They come down, and Piggie gets untied. Gerald watches, and Piggie says, "Thank you for your help." Piggie always says thank you. Piggie looks at Gerald. Gerald looks kind of dumbfounded. And Gerald says, "Tomorrow, I will fly." And that's the end. But I'm asking you, do you think tomorrow Elephant can fly with that poor little pelican? I think he's too big, don't you? Wasn't that a good story? See you next time. Okay?